Hello, and welcome back to another Daily Top 10's Top 10 video. Today, we're going to be looking at the top 10 largest food records ever. You know that bloaty feeling you get when you've overeaten? That's nothing compared to the traumas your stomach would go through if you tried to beat these record-smashing dishes. Number 10. The world's biggest chicken nugget. How does the USA's largest producer of kosher poultry celebrate 75 years of kosher chicken treats? By making the kosher chicken treat to end all kosher chicken treats. A 51-pound giant chicken nugget. The size of 750 chicken nuggets combined, this beauty took over 3 hours to cook, and from all reports, tasted delicious. Number 9. The world's biggest burger. With a bun that took over 7 hours to bake and a beef patty that required 4 hours on the grill, this mammoth bacon cheeseburger cannot have been good for you, but that didn't stop them from making it. The folks at the Black Bear Casino Resort are the ones behind this mighty burger, which was served up in 2012 and came in at a whopping 2,014 pounds. That's around about the weight of 4 alligators stacked on top of one another. Number 8. The world's biggest bowl of macaroni and cheese. It takes an awful lot of pasta and even more gooey, delicious cheese to drum up a bowl of macaroni and cheese this big. Chef John Folse whipped up this meal in 2010 with the aid of a giant cast iron kettle from the 18th century. Into it, he threw 57 pounds of cooked macaroni, 286 pounds of mixed cheese, 1,100 pounds of milk, 26 pounds of flour, 56 pounds of butter, and 61 pounds of blended seasonings. Once cooked, the total dish weighed in at a not insubstantial 2,469 pounds. Number 7. The world's biggest Easter egg. Standing a mighty 26 feet tall, constructed using over 17,000 pounds of chocolate, the world's largest Easter egg was built purely to best the previous Easter egg recorded. This one was only a little bit bigger, but it was enough to collect the record in 2015. Given that it took 26 artisans over 525 hours to complete, we hope it was worth the effort. Number 6. The world's biggest pizza. A lot of the records on this countdown come from the last 10 to 15 years. But here's a dish that stood the test of time. Prepared in Johannesburg, South Africa, way back in 1990, this gigantic 27,000-pound pizza stands tall as the record holder to this day. Number 5. The world's biggest hot dog. At 236 feet long, this hot dog was not mucking around. Oh, and that was just the bun. The hot dog itself came in at 666 feet. Then there was the 26 gallons of ketchup and the 31 gallons of mustard. We can't even begin to fathom all the cheese and bacon that also went into this monstrous creation. Where on earth was this most magnificent of hot dogs made? Surprisingly, it was not the hot dog's ancestral home, Germany, nor the place it was popularized, America, that unleashed this beauty upon the world. It is the New Zealanders that we have to thank. Number 4. The world's biggest chocolate chip cookie. More chocolate now, and we mean a lot more. Served up in 2003, this huge cookie ended up weighing in at 40,000 pounds. In fact, in order to cook all 102 feet of this cookie, the chefs had to also build an oven that was big enough to house it. Number 3. The world's biggest ice cream cake. When a group of people say they're going to set about making the biggest ice cream cake in the world, you'd assume they were chefs, right? Or at the very least, professional ice cream scoopers. Turns out, they're more likely to be science students. a professor at the University of Toronto challenged the students in his chemical engineering and applied chemistry class to create the biggest ice cream cake in history without allowing it to melt or collapse in on itself. It's a feat they managed to pull off. The resulting cake weighed 10.1 metric tons. Yes, you heard correctly. Here's hoping they all scored top marks. Number 2, the world's biggest sushi roll. It was not the Japanese, but the Russians, who rolled what we have to think will always be the biggest piece of sushi ever assembled. 60 sushi chefs teamed up to roll this super sushi over 15 hours, using 1.5 tons of rice, 1,100 pounds of cucumber, 55 pounds of sesame, and 14,000 pieces of seaweed. And how long did this delicious treat end up being exactly? A staggering 1.5 miles long. Number 1, the world's biggest gingerbread house. We think we can all agree that this list has featured some pretty amazing culinary achievements, but this one has to trump them all. After all, you couldn't walk around inside any of the others. The most diabolic dessert ever constructed, this Texan gingerbread house was built in 2013 and measured in at 60 feet by 42 feet and was up to 20 feet tall. It enjoyed a spacious 1,100 square feet. That's the size of your average 2 or 3 bedroom home. In fact, it looked much the same as your average 2 or 3 bedroom home. Just, covered in gingerbread, sugar, and candy canes. And proving that things really are bigger in Texas, this gingerbread house clocked in with over 35,823,400 calories. Thanks for watching another Daily Top 10's Top 10 video. And remember, it's our duty to entertain and yours to subscribe.
Please subscribe to Delhi Top 10.